It's Friday. Oh, yeah. Remember what I said about this morning about people writing paragraphs and paragraphs. So, a Stephen from Low C Productions, a woman wrote on my post showing the picture that Planet G made, took my picture and did some things to it. Hey, Nate. And he's telling me how he was on drugs and got saved and got set free. And I would never have a video flaunting drugs. And you flaunt cross dressing. I'm like, oh my gosh. I didn't read it all. I deleted it. Went to his channel. He'd uploaded a video saying Trump is the Antichrist and Israel meddling. And I'm like, there we go. Another person has a problem with the way I dress, but anti-Israeli, calling Trump the Antichrist, another uncredible source. So, how's everybody doing? Hello, Trinity, Lieutenant Dan. I'm all right, but my gosh, people expend so much energy. And a reminder, to anybody who doesn't like me, you write paragraphs on my comments, I'm just going to delete it. I'm not going to waste my time. I'll read maybe 2 words of it. I get the gist of where it's going. And this is YouTube. This is not the Reading Rainbow. Okay? This is not the Reading Rainbow. Thank you, Nate. Hello, Ricky. Yeah, you want Reading Rainbow, you want to go to the library, go to the library. But this is not the channel to write a novel. If you want to read books on your YouTube, do it. But if you're going to write a novel trying to find an indirect or roundabout way to chastise me and tell me that I'm not as righteous as you, I'm not going to listen to it. Because I don't stand before you, I stand before God. And I look at your channel, you're anti-Israeli and calling Trump the Antichrist. Boom, you're done. That's all I needed. Trump has his problems, but Trump is not the Antichrist. And Israel, you better be on the right side of Bible prophecy, buddy. Because if you're not, I'm done with you. Done. Yes, Kathy, we did. And there's nothing wrong with it, but these people that want to print novels on my comments, like, dude, 14,000 subs, you think I got time to read all that? I try to read most of the comments every day and acknowledge people. Unlike a lot of other YouTubers, they don't even interact with their fan base. They just say, please like and subscribe, send me all your money. That's it. You know what, Nate? And I'm going to tell you, Nate, I'm not perfect in my walk. But I do love God. I do believe in His Word. I'm sure that He's disappointed with many things in my life. I know it. But I experiment with clothes. I do what I do. The whole cross-dressing term is another label. I don't consider myself a cross-dresser. And maybe I'm splitting hairs. Maybe I'm delusional, as people will tell me. But I'm trying on different styles to see what works for me. That's it. Yeah, Colette. And I tried to message, the ice cream guy who was on a live. Somebody said, you got cancer? I said, hey, do you have cancer? This is a serious question. He's reading the comments and he ignored mine. And I'm like, you know what? Done. Because if he had cancer, I would have said, I'm feel for you and I'll pray for you. But I've said ice cream guy is harmless. He's a little odd, but so am I. But he wants to ignore me when I had a valid question. Okay, I'm done. Yeah, Carmen San Diego. Colette, how are you? We love Colette. I love Colette. Colette doubts my love for her on a regular basis, but that's okay. I have a heart for her and she knows it. She's never been banned or hidden from my channel. Hi, Sheepish. I'm all right, Thomas. How are you? No more cutting trees tomorrow. You take the next 2 days off, okay? Oh, wait, I got you confused with the other Thomas. There's two Thomases here. My bad. That's right. Tell you what, my hat is off to you. It is. Oh, today was so hot in the warehouse, it felt like an oven. Yesterday and today, it felt hotter than it has. I said, what is going on? I looked, it was 96 today. Humidity was up there, and I'm like, dang. And I should have downloaded them on my phone, but Mob Rules sent me a picture where he's at in Ohio, these Canada wildfires, and two women from Canada. I'll tell you what, that sky is ugly. It's really, who wrote me? Indy or Michelle? One of them wrote me and said that their air quality is at 600 in Canada. That's bad. We got up to like 125 in the winter here, and I thought that was horrible. Hi, Molly. Yeah, all the Great Lakes states are seeing the Canadian fires smoke. All of them. He does, and I need to check it. Colette's admitting to stalking, folks. Write that down. We need that as legal evidence. I want to say something. I appreciate Christians with their zeal and their intensity, but I've lived a long life since 85 when I got saved. And even before I started dressing different. Hi, Tans! Wow, Thomas, that's amazing. They're big fires. I don't know if you all heard Dr. Mantis. He lives on an island in Lake Huron, and he's hoping he doesn't have to evacuate. If the embers get thrown from these fires to his island, they got to get out of there and go sit out in the water, in a boat. And I want to say something. I'm not trying to paint this ugly picture. I'm just telling the truth. Stephen of Low Seed Productions, that's not the kind of guy that would ever befriend me, whether I was jeans and a t-shirt or this. And I've always noticed that there's always Christians that feel the need to boss people, to control people, to come and impress you with how spiritual they are. It's like, dude, you don't know me. You don't have that respect with me. Am I wrong for that? Am I supposed to just listen to any Joe Blow Christian because they got a problem with what I do? Yes or no? I think people that are very close to me and they truly see something where my life is going the wrong way, that's different. But here, no. Hey, Oliver, how are you? Anybody want to comment on that? I don't want everybody being afraid. You guys all think I'm wrong, or, I just feel like some Christians feel the need to come up and judge everybody. And I'm judgmental. I talk about a lot of things on the channel. Thank you, Lieutenant. And I remember when I was first saved, and I see somebody sinning, I felt like I needed to go tell them. And I'm like, I've gotten older. I'm like, you know what? I'm not close to that person. It's really none of my beeswax. If I had a relationship, I'd tell them, yeah, you're cheating on your woman. You better stop. Me wearing these clothes is not the same as a drug addiction. I'm sorry. I putting his drug addiction and my what he calls cross dressing. I'm like, you know what, dude? Hey, Slater, thank you. Actually, that one was what, sapphire blue. Hi, Katerina. How are you? Hi, Finch Juice. I love this. $2 at the flea market. Hey, Trinity, you didn't see this. I don't think you saw it. We got to check. We got to show you something. It's almost too hot to go outside. It's ridiculous. It's 93 degrees still. And it's what? Very close to 8. She has an IQ of 1001. She has a jumpsuit on. And she's also a telephone. Maybe one day I'll feel her cold embrace and kiss her interface. Till then, I'll leave her alone. I love that song by ELO, one of my favorite, Yours Truly. I did a short to that this evening. That has long been a favorite of mine. And it's talking about 2095, living in a time where everything's futuristic. I'm like, we're already there. People are ice cold and depersonalized, and they might as well be computers. Oh, Kathy Joe, check this out. I bought these for $10 a few weeks ago at the flea market. These are solid iron. Look at this. Jailer keys. Yeah, Molly. That I was reading about that necklace. Tans, you know that we love you. Tan's the woman I talk about with the most sweetest voice. She could read a book to me. She would be that woman that would sing to me and calm my agitated heart down right now. Yeah, it's hot. No, not even close to it. It is just sweltering hot. Where's the smoke coming from? Somebody's burning something somewhere. Ah, they're having a barbecue. So yeah, it's interesting. You like those, Paul? Well, I tend to be high strung. I do. But yeah, you guys are all talking about the fires up in Canada, and people are sending me pictures from Canada, and mob is down, south of Toledo, and the air is just thick with the haze. Yeah, it does. It's too hot to be out here, though. It's too dang hot. This isn't even pleasant to stand outside. It's just roasting, even with the cloud cover. Yesterday and today, the warehouse felt like a dang pizza oven. You guys are going to think I'm crazy. I almost went to my supervisor and said, man, the warehouse feels like I'm inside of a colon. Hot, steamy, and not cool. Take a walk on the wild side. 500. Where at? Colette in New Zealand? It better not be there. The fires are reaching all the way to New Zealand. Those are pretty bad. The cloud cover does help fight against the UV, but it's just hot. Hey, musing and amusing, what state are you in? Yeah, muggy is right. Man, that's making a lot of smoke over there. See all that smoke? Tennessee. Yeah, I'm just south of you, man. Oh, yeah, that's right. Chicago's at the head of Lake Michigan. I remember when I lived in Duluth and the fires in Canada, it always put haze in the air over the Great Lake. You going to Texas? That ought to be nice and hot, too. Yeah, the 80s will feel nice. Excuse me. Sneeze. That smoke started that. Nate, thanks for the compliments. I struggle, though. No lie. Oh, yeah, it's very bad. When I say haze, the sky, there's no clearness to the air. Nate, it was good. Like I said, it's hot. I just felt like I was in a pizza oven all day. Even my fan is just blowing hot, stifling air at me. I'm like, gosh. Somebody at work the other day said July 26th is like when we hit the apex of summer in Augusta. And they said from there it starts to gently, little by little, taper down. Yeah, Molly, Ida told me she's up in Canada and the winds were blowing the smoke away, but it was also fanning the fires. She had a forecast this week of high winds, ping pong sized hail. She's somewhere outside Edmonton. Good night. I didn't know they had all that kind of stuff. But you know, that's the Great Plains north of the United States. That is the Great Plains to the north. That's something, man. This is cool stuff. Look, it's Milani. It's got kind of a sheen to it. Pink frost. Who left Europe? Trinity, I'm glad you got back in the house. That sucks. I did it as a parody, but then I realized I liked it. Yes. I wasn't afraid. I mean, there was some fear, and I stopped it because I got such a vehement reaction to it. And I thought, wait a minute. Are other Christians perfect? They got their issues too. Trinity, I totally understand that. I lived in Hong Kong. I chased a woman over there, and that was a waste of time. But Hong Kong wasn't, just the relationship. Hi, Tina Jones. That's right, Wordna. I don't fit in even when I wear clothes that people expect me to wear. So I just finally said, you know what? Screw it. I'll just try stuff and be bold. Now I'm being accused of flaunting it. Flaunting. Always somebody. They are. I met some wonderful ones over there, but the one I pursued for 4 years was not a good one to pursue. Thank you, Tina. I appreciate that. Trinity, you better be careful. You live alone. Don't be doing circus Olympics in your yard. That wasn't bad every second. It's just when I got over there, the mask came off. And somebody messaged me on Discord and said, I just want you to know I live alone too. And I appreciated that. It was a female. I messaged some on my lunch. Trini, you got the cutest little goats. I love those things. Do you, Gail? Gail, and didn't you tell me? Now, forgive me. Didn't you tell me you were 70, or did I mishear that? You're a strong woman. That's awesome. 75. Wow. Hi, Mary Reed. No, Nate, we're just talking about my clothes, living alone, Trinity trying to get into her house when she actually locked herself out. I'm not laughing at you, Trinity. I'm like, dang. I'm always checking myself. Always. Paul, you're absolutely right. Thank you, Mary. Mary, how are you? Thank you, Oliver. Appreciate that. I love this necklace. That's why I sport it a lot. We all have abrasive reactions. I can be like sandpaper sometimes. Thank you, Katerina. I don't hate you. No, Tina, I don't want to go downtown. They play crappy music and they get drunk. And I just, see, this is where people are going to be like, you dress this way and you don't want to go downtown. I just don't feel it's where I belong. I get tired. I don't want to be driving downtown in the dark. When I come back home, you got a road that, a swamp on either side and it's dark as night, dark. But it's funny when you go through the swamp, which is very close to here, at night, oh, the air is so cool. Even when it's hot in the summer, the swamp holds the cool air in somehow. These aren't pants, they're girls' shorts. I saw them at where did I see these? City Trends or Roses. And I'm like, these were $5. They're they're nice. They're comfortable. You got a houseboat. Really? Stand up, please. That's it. They kind of match. Not totally. This is more magenta. This is more maroon. I love magenta, though. I like this color. Yes, Lieutenant Dan, absolutely. Mary, you shouldn't be telling me you have a houseboat. I have boat in my blood. Thank you, Musing. You want a roommate on a houseboat? Really, Finch? Hi, American woman. Mary, when I was young, we'd go to Lake Powell, and Lake Powell is really in a danger place now. The water is dropping so bad. But in the 80s, they had houseboats. And fish, the houseboats were so cool. I thought, I would love, it's like a camper on the water. I thought that would be awesome. And lay down at night. If you got a little wind, you could feel a little gentle motion. That feels so awesome. We got a marina down on the Savannah River, and they got Airbnbs on some of these boats. Like, I could so live on a boat and just feel the boat moving a little bit, knock you right out. That would be awesome. Thank you, Katerina. But Stephen's saying you flaunt it, and that's an abomination to God. And what about the women that dress inappropriately? What about people flaunting just everything? Why am I singled out? I tell you, it's ridiculous. Mary, what lake is it? Thank you, Anthony. You're from Ireland too. Right on. Um, Planet G may not be in. She went to go see her father in Belfast with her two young daughters. She goes to Belfast regularly, takes the train. The train is a very nice ride. She sent me a little video snippet of her on the train the other day. Thank you, Paul. Hello, Simp. How are you? Good boy, Simp. Hey, Lyndon, how are you? A beehive. That's awesome. It is. I would not mind having bee boxes in my yard. But yeah, there's a lot of other stuff involved with it. Yeah, I was looking back at the comments. He joined 2 months ago and he offered to lick my bum. Not sure what that was all about on a video a while back. Nate, people are afraid to go on a cruise because of all the viruses. Lieutenant, I don't have anything planned. I just don't. Punched in the face virus? Katerina, what are you talking about? Oliver, I've been on for many, many years under a different moniker. Word not amen. Paul, same thing, mac and cheese. I cook easy. Cruises are cheap musings, but then you got to get to the airport, find a way to get to the ship. I'm old school, and I'm not gonna lie. Cruise ships don't intrigue me. If I could go back in time and ride the old steamships, bring it. I would love that. Katerina, it's all over YouTube. Carnival specifically. People can't even behave on a damn boat. Oh, it's a meal. I got the natural mac and cheese made of rice flour. I put in tuna and veggies, but hey, meat on a grill is better any day. Carnival is frat house vibe. Yeah, I heard stories. People leave their door open if they have an upside down pineapple. It means they're doing tricks. I'm like, wow, that's unsafe. You don't just hook up. The guy I work with at work showed me his phone, and literally every week he met somebody on Facebook. She goes, I like you. I think we ought to get it on. And he met at her house and they did the dirty dookie. And I said, you just keep doing that? He said, Mike, that's all she wanted. She didn't want a relationship. The girls are like that. I said, I know, but I said, there's all this herpes and crap going around. Oh, I know. I use protection. Wow. People just, so casual. Yeah, I don't, I was talking about that, Katerina, the other day. Too many Christians approach other people like it's a used car lot. Oh, you like that car? Yeah, we're just looking. You want to test drive it? No, I'm good. And then they bother you. It's like, hey, dude, if I have questions, probably not going to go to you anyway. Protection isn't going to stop crabs. I haven't dated since I've been here musing, so I don't know. What is MSC, Nate? I'm familiar with Norwegian Cruise Lines, NCL, Carnival, Disney, Holland America. Are they still in the business? Cunard, which has got, you know, Queen Mary 2 and Victoria and all these other big ships. Those are like $10,000, $15,000 or more just to cross the Atlantic. I'm like, I'm not paying $15,000 just to do a boat ride. That's crazy. Well, musing, I was talking to a guy at work. I went to the paint booth. I said, bruh, you don't have a fan on in here? He said, that thing rattles and bangs so much. I said, but it's hot. I said, you were born here. No, I was born in Atlanta. He says, Mike, Augusta heat's different. I said, 130 miles. He goes, yes. It's way hotter here. He said, it sucks here. And I heard other people say the same thing, that Augusta heat is different than the rest of Georgia. There's a geological term for where we're located. It shouldn't have anything to do with the weather, but it does. It's weird. So 6 months for 15,000? Okay. Okay. That I could do. That would be fun. But I gotta have somebody with me. You don't do something like that and just go on the boat alone. Gotta have me a woman. Interesting day. I did not know that. Yeah, Nate. Trinity, the fact is you live alone and you enjoy what you do. Screw the people. You know, we all have our preferences, but you live alone. Enjoy what you do. And if people want to criticize that, it's like, well, I'm not married to you. And I believe you're not even trying to attract a man. If I remember correctly, you're content. And that's a good place to be. Music, that'd be cool. Actually, I wish I was a billionaire, could just live on a ship, just ride on it, have my own special cabin that's mine all the time. Nobody comes in there, it's mine. Yeah, Trinity. And it's not just me that I talk about, it's different for us men with dating, and it is for you too. It's 2026. The world has shifted on a San Andreas fashion. Yeah, Tans, you know what? There's always a critic. Always. Yeah, I'm not an Atlanta fan, but I'm not a big city fan. I don't want to go to Boston, don't want to go to New York. I have no desire. As you get older, some of that luster, some of that stuff just fades away. It's like if somebody said, Mike, I got tickets to Disneyland. I'd say, you have a good time. You don't want to go? No, I don't want to go to Disneyland, stand in line with a bunch of crowds. No, and to go on ride. I get vertigo now. I don't want to get on the roller coaster. I used to love roller coaster. I don't want to go on the teacups and go and get off and go, that was fun. I don't want to go on the teacups. Hi, Pond. Paul Grant, it's where I live. And even a guy came up to me at work today. They were all sitting in the break room. They were talking about the women. Now, you got to understand, it was African Americans having the discussion. I was buried in my phone by the air conditioner. And they were all going on, you can't trust the women here and this and that. And I'm like, well, there's a couple things here. You guys use women just to get your rocks off. That's very prevalent down here. The other thing is the women are very, very much sexual down here. The black community of women, you think I'm dressed bad? Man, I'm gonna show you a demonstration. Okay? You got black women with nice kahunas, and they got this on. You can see the underboob, and you can see the nipples and the areola. I mean, they don't hide it down here. And that's all awesome for the eye candy. But deep down inside, I don't want a woman who's loosey goosey out there. I do not want that. I'll never be able to trust her. Yeah, but Tans, I couldn't go on the teacups now. Oh my gosh. I'd be more like the Ferris wheel they put in Hong Kong or the one in London by the waterfront. Play the Blue Danube Waltz. I went on the Ferris wheel in Manila. It was what, 180 feet high? Or 380 feet? I forgot. They had air conditioned gondolas. Oh, was that a trip going up? You could see all of Manila. That was fun. Hey, I don't like him either, Pond. Pond, you cracked me up. Everybody know how Pond got her name? She was swimming in a lake naked and somebody called her Pond. That's so funny, Pond. I have to tell that story. And my favorite part of Charlotte's Web is when Templeton went to the dang fair. The fair is a veritable smorgasbord. And Templeton is just being a pig. Watermelon rinds, everything thrown on the ground. And then you see him at the end, he's laying there with this big old piggy belly. What a pig. Hi, Risa. If you don't have 20 haters, you're doing something wrong. Mary, what lake are you on with a houseboat? Yeah, ate the cotton candy. That was so funny. Templeton was just a pig, a total pig. Then the end of the movie shows him walking by with all these little rats. He got married, and he's snickering. That was funny. Skinny dipping is awesome. I don't know. When you get older, you lose your inhibitions. It's kind of freeing, honestly. I fell in love when I was simply in 8th grade with a man. Snapping turtles. Oh, boy. Yes, musing, absolutely. One of my favorite songs is Auld Lang Syne by Dan Fogelberg. Met my old lover at the grocery store as it was snowing Christmas Eve. Very interesting song. She married a man who was an architect who built her a home, kept her safe and warm and dry, but she didn't love him. And here's Dan. Dan had the hots for her, but she didn't have the hots for him that way because she went after the guy with the money, and now she's bored. That song is legendary, man. You need to marry your heart, not a bank account. I get tired of women saying love don't pay the bills. Yeah, well, money don't mend the heart either. So pick your poison. If the man's working and he's responsible and he's a Christian, gotta make his income meet all your needs. I promise you. Katerina, there is such a thing as houseboats, and they're not all on pontoons. They had them on Lake Powell. I saw them in Lake Union, Washington. They're real homes, 2x4 construction, not modulars. Shake shingle sides, windows, steep roofs. Oh yeah, there's all kinds. They call them floating homes. They're not houseboats because they don't have a motor. But I've seen houseboats. Heart and soul, la da 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 da, heart and soul. Tans, you're singing my song. Katerina, you're so funny. I don't know where those are. You said you're in Kentucky, right? The only reason I want money, Tans, is to visit you all and enjoy experiences with people. I'm not interested in going to the Eiffel Tower and London and I see London. I see France. I see some idiot's underpants. I have no interest in going to the tourist dives at all. The older I get, I like experiences that I can look back on with fondness. Kentucky. Lake Chamberlain. Where is it? Cumberland Lake. Where is it? Is it big? It's got to be big if you got a houseboat on it. Mammoth Caves. Pond. Thanks for the heart. Statesboro. I went through there in 2020 on my way here. I thought diarrhea originated at Taco Bell years ago because Taco Bell sucks. What I was told is there are migrant workers, whoever picks the lettuce is crapping in the fields, and then picking the lettuce and fecal matter is always going to cause unsanitary, and then the vegetables are growing right there in it. That's disgusting. Hey, Mary, where'd you go? I'm trying to find where you are in Tennessee or Kentucky, and I cannot. There must be a tiny little lake because I'm not seeing big lakes on here at all. Oh, there it is. Hold on. By Monticello. Yeah, isn't that fun? Go to spring break, get wild, and have the forever giving gift of herpes. Now, I'll tell you what, you get that, you're done. You can only have sex with people who have herpes. That's gross. Herpes is nasty. No, thank you. Well, you know what's funny is you can use horse manure. You cannot use human poop to fertilize. Carol, they're saying it did. They're saying that fecal matter getting in the lettuce is causing the problem. Colette, I didn't. You got goats? I think you told me that and I forgot. Mary, you're on a houseboat. Does it actually have rooms in it? Like where you can sleep? Now, Lake Cumberland looks pretty big. Somerset, Steubenville, Touristville. Wow. They call it Touristville. That means it must be nothing but tourists. I've always wanted to see Mammoth Caves. I want to live in Petra. I think Petra would be awesome. It's a little hot there, but dig me a well, go a little oasis in the canyon there. So I'm hearing three different things here. What is the origin of this virus? I've seen videos they're talking about fecal matter in the lettuce fields. Now somebody's saying it's Taco Bell. I don't know why people keep eating at Taco Bell. Taco Bell's been responsible for food poisoning, upset stomachs as far back as I can remember. And then, guy at work today was saying, I just watched something on McDonald's. He said, I'll never eat a hamburger again. He said, I used to wonder how many cows are they slaughtering to keep all these fast foods. He said there's so much filler and stuff, there's hardly any beef. He said it's all the hooves and the leftover parts of the cow. I'm like, yuck. That's gross. Like hot dogs. Explosive diarrhea. Somebody wrote on the internet, how could you have a whole month of explosive desire and have a butt left? I'm like, oh my gosh. Colette, we're talking about McDonald's. Now, I'm going off what he said. I didn't see the video. You know, that's the problem. The YouTube will put any view you want to believe out there. Oh, we're not really. So Taco Bell's the culprit. Wow, that's crazy. Kiss me, Mary Reed. Flirty Friday. Didn't swine flu come out of Mexico? Tans, are you leaving? Tans, thanks for coming in. I love you. You have a good evening and sleep well. Yeah, Paul, unfortunately. You too, Tans, it's okay. I know you've been battling that heat. Is there any sign of a cool down coming your way? Oliver, thank you. You have a good evening, man. Sleep well. I keep forgetting. You guys are like 1 o'clock in the morning or almost 2 o'clock in the morning over there. You know, the best burgers are at those non-franchise burger joints. Thick. Oh, those are the best burgers. I don't eat it, Molly, because I have allergies, but the fast food is just caca today. Caca. When Tina was here, Colette, she'd buy the 89% lean. Oh my gosh, she made the best burgers and put a piece of cheese on them. She made the best cheeseburger. She even texted me and she goes, I still owe you a cheeseburger. I said, I know. It's been over a year now since you left. Yeah, Tans, that sucks. It's one thing to deal with it during the day, but when you got to go to sleep and you feel like you're in an oven, yuck. Thanks for the hugs and kisses, Mary. Corn on the cob and baked beans. Who's going to bring the volleyball and the slip and slide? I'm not going on the slip and slide. I just thought I'd throw that out there. I don't know why, but sometimes it feels good to pull down my lower eyelid and my upper eyelid. It just feels like it stretches them and it feels so good. Oh. Night Tans, you sleep well. I wish I could blow real hard and send you a northern blast of ice cold air. Red Lobster years ago had stuffed mushrooms. Too bad they're so expensive. They give you this little dish. Oh, those are so good. Oh, I love their stuffed mushrooms. Those are addicting. Lyndon, you better go eat dinner. I haven't eaten there in a while, Carol. Everything's expensive. I don't go out much at all. When I was working at transportation, a group of us would go out on Friday nights and hit a cafe, bar and grill place, or the Mexican restaurant because it was good. They had good food and good service. Wow. When I sit in the break room, I kick my shoes off and I rest my heels on the top of the steel toe. Just taking my feet don't smell, by the way. They don't smell like old man's feet. Oh, is that nasty? And it just to feel my feet out of my shoes is good for the blood and the air hits my socks and it feels so good. Yes, they're growing on that stump. Since I cut it down, they're growing off the stump, slowly starting the process of decay. Guys keep coming by offering to grind it. They want to charge $300, $400. I'm like, nah. I need to get some shoes. I should write a note. Let me write this. Colette says get shoes. Let's see. Dollar Tree. Eat what? Eat my shoes? No, Colette, I don't smell a man's feet, but like my grandpa, he'd take off his shoes back when I was a kid, and boy, do they stink. Anybody in the room remember that? When old men took their shoes off, they had to put that Scholl's foot powder in there. I mean, rank, stank feet. I mean, I'm sorry. When your shoes smell like that, it's time to throw them out. Colette, you're like me. You don't hang out. You're a loner like me. I'm not going to eat those. I don't know if they're poisonous or not. I'll come online. My head will look like a fungus. Everybody, what happened to Mike? Colette told him to eat the mushrooms in his yard. See, Carol, yeah. A kid got on my bus one day, a middle schooler down in the bottom here. And the bus was loading, and the girls, man, that stinks. I said, what is that? I walked down, I said, what is that smell? Him, he got his shoes off, he was standing there with a sock. I said, dude, put your shoes on. He said, my feet smell, I'm trying to air them out. I said, no. I said, dude, you're going to kill us. I said, you got old man foot odor. He was laughing, he thought it was funny. So gross. Oh, Trinity, that's disgusting. That is so gross. Why would somebody get on a plane and do that? I'm very self-conscious. I don't want to smell this, butt, groin, feet. I remember I took a church group to southern Idaho in 2009. We didn't have showers. We were in Yellowstone. You know, where all the buffalo were attacking everybody. And the youth pastor had to stop because he had to figure out where there was a campground that we could pay for the night. It wasn't packed out. You know, people bring their RVs. They want to go to the one with all the hookups. And we just want an old-fashioned Forest Service campground where you pull in, put your money in the little slot, and the forest ranger will come through and check your license plate, make sure you got the envelope with the right. You know, it's very cheap. But they don't have running water or nothing. But while we stopped, there was a river, and I went down. We were going to be there a while, and I said, I'll be back. Guys, don't follow me. And I went down to a secluded place along the river and got my washcloth and a saucepan that I had, and pits, butt, groin, and feet, man. The essentials. Then I took the pot after I dumped it up on the shore and rinsed my hair. I come back down and the kids are like, man, where'd you take a shower? I said, I didn't take a shower. So I did a nature bath. You could smell everybody had BO. We were out all day and the whole bus stunk. I'm like, man, I'm glad they're not sleeping in this bus. And wouldn't you know, the boys get scared and they start tromping on. I said, hey, nobody's supposed to be sleeping in here. There's an adult on here. And the youth pastor said they're scared. I said, no further than the middle of the bus. I'm in the back. I'd taken out 2 seats for rooms for the duffel bags. And they all had their gear. And I was sprawled out in my sleeping bag. It was awesome. It got cold at night. It got down to freezing at night in the summer. And I loved it. I was so comfy in there. Better to sleep in a cold environment, man. Bird bath. Hi, Cherry Cherry. Yeah, foot odor's nasty. No, but he took his shoes off. You don't do that. The minute you take your shoes off, hey, Gail, you have a good evening. Thanks for coming in. Pond. The chat froze. What happened? There we go. Thank you, Carol. I better get off because I'm starting to nod off. I hate to talk about my aging, but in my 20s, I could stay up till 2 in the morning. Imagine the video power trips I could do. All night long, all night. Nope. The body clock's ticking down, folks. In heaven, we'll stay up all day and all night. That'd be awesome. Go over to Kathy Joe's room in the New Jerusalem. Hey, anybody in here visiting? Mike, come on in. That'd be cool. What's it going to be like? Just chat with people we know. Everything will be pure. Everything will be right. Hey, let's go walk. I want to see this area of heaven that I haven't explored yet. Boy, that'd be fun. Planet G! You missed your train. You didn't go to Belfast? Is it only once a day or what? It was good. It was hot. 96 degrees. The warehouse felt like a pizza oven. I don't know why. Yesterday and today felt hotter than it's been so far. You go out now in the backyard, it's just oppressively heavy heat. Very ridiculous. Supposed to ease off a little bit starting tomorrow, down to 93, and I think we'd 87 next week. Oh, for going home. So you're in Belfast. Okay, I got you. Oh, you're home. Okay. Planet G, how'd you miss the train? Now you're the rascal. Calling me the rascal. I don't miss my stuff. Carol, where are you at again? What? Mary says, what? That's amazing, the smoke. Well, of course, it's a Great Lakes state. It is bordering Erie. Dr. Mantis, how are you? Is your island okay? Oh, Planet G, I'm so sorry. Well, I'm glad he came and got you. That's awesome. Carol, somebody messaged me and said they were at 600 up in Canada. That's insane. Man, I just cleaned off my fan and there's dust all over it. It's amazing, just that fan spinning catches things in the air. That's a trip. I just dusted it. You're at the Maryland line. Wow. Pickup only? Yeah, I saw gas is 380 something unless you have the Super Saver card. Got you, Jilly. I'm sorry, Planet G. Oh, I gotta get up or I'm gonna drift. Gotta keep the boat moving or I'm gonna lights out, baby. Oh, the fan feels good in the hall. Gonna have a cool night. Just let me hold you. Not by the fireplace. Oh no, not tonight. We ain't doing no fireplace. I've got to get a burn barrel, and I got to figure out where they are, because I don't have a burn barrel to burn my paper trash. Just let me hold you by the firelight. If it don't feel right, you can go. Come on over tonight. Come on over. That's funny. Man, all I can do is behave, Trinity, Rascalette, because I'm at work. People started cutting out early. I stayed to the end. I even said to my supervisor, I said, what the heck? I said, everybody leaving and I'm still here. He told me the other day he's trying to come up with an idea, as he said, to get me more money. I'm not going to go out front. It's a quiet night in the neighborhood. It's too hot out. Nobody wants to sit out in their yard with this crap. If it don't feel right, you can go. Still waiting for one of you to come on over tonight, but none of you have done it yet. Whoa, lightning show. Let's see what's going on over there. Look at this. Oh, thunder. Well, maybe I better not wander back here too far. I don't want to get zapped in the butt. Giving the goats away, that's sad. Look at the lightning, you guys. This is cool. I didn't even know it was doing this. Heat lightning, yeah. Well, there are clouds, and they're laden with moisture. They are laden with moisture. Wow, it's pretty intense over to the east. Look at that. Let's get a show here. That's better than the fireworks. These people with their stupid little drag racing cars in a city street. So retarded. One thing I've learned about Augusta, I know it goes on to a degree everywhere, but this town, people like to be noisy as hell. They have to have a piece of crap car, even if it's a piece of crap and it's falling apart. They jack up the exhaust so it makes as much noise as they can make. So retarded. They don't have any ordinance about that. Oh, it's gonna rain. I feel the drops. We're gonna have to ditch this. Yes, Planet G. Oh, lightning frightens me too. If it gets to where it's booming, I'm in the Okay. Time to start heading towards the door. I don't play around with that stuff. I believe in God, but I don't believe in tempting him. That's just stupid. Come on, bring that rain, man, and cool this dang skillet down. Still hot out here. It is. Isn't that cool, you guys? See, when you watch Michael, it's like watching a movie. Got a little drama in the skies. I love that. It'd be cool if you guys were all here. I'd have to find a bunch of beds for everybody. We could do like the 60s and get all those old army cots. Stupid little rickety cots. I remember sleeping on those. They're the most uncomfortable thing out there. That's awesome. Come on, feel the noise. Wow, that's awesome. Isn't that cool? Mary, yes! Slumber party. That sounds sexy, Mary. You better not suggest that. Look at that. Now, this is freaking cool. I'm glad I came out here. I didn't even know it was doing this. The fan and air conditioner, it wasn't close enough to be disturbing me in the bedroom. That is awesome. What an awesome show, God. Cherry. What? Look at that. This is almost endless. It's just going, going, going. Ah, mosquitoes, get off my legs. Not tonight. They're not eating my arms. I lotioned up my arms, so. Ooh. The deep rolling thunder. It's okay, God. Bring all your thunder and lightning, and all the little loud boys will go home. They don't like to play in this weather. It's one thing I like about God. He can shut down noise right now. They will not be driving around in this when it gets wicked out. They'll all scurry back to their little cockroach holes. I know that's not nice, but I like storms when it interrupts obnoxious people. It's quite delightful to me. Is it, Mary? That's funny, Colette. Pond, isn't this cool? Well, down by the Savannah River's getting it. I'm pretty sure of that. Oh, you're gonna ride a motorcycle? Better hurry up and get in. Ooh, showtime. I want to know how many volts are in one bolt of lightning. Isn't that cool, you guys? I'm enjoying this, man. We only got 19 people watching. That's sad. Oh, yeah, I'm waiting for it. It's building, unless it's circling around me, and it could be doing that. I love it when it silhouettes the trees and stuff. That's fun. I feel raindrops, but it's still not. What'll happen is they'll turn on like a dang faucet. Yeah, Planet G, the lightning here is pretty incredible. I will say that. Let's see if it lights up my face. Okay, the wind's stirring. We're going to get it. It's coming. Look at that. Oh, that wind feels good. Ooh, dang. That was pretty awesome. Trinity, are you leaving? You have a good night. Yeah, motorcycles better get the heck home. You're going to get all wet. We're going to get it. I can feel it. That wind's stirring it up. Come on. They did not have any rain forecast tonight. This is what happens in Georgia. And I'm not a meteorologist, but I figured it out. When it gets so hot and muggy, it convects. And I think that just creates storms. They had no rain forecast tonight. I'm hoping it doesn't miss us. Somebody's getting it. I know that. The bulk of this is straight out east towards the Atlantic. I'm looking your way, Planet G. I'm looking your way. 130 miles from me is the Atlantic Ocean. All I need is one fast boat to get to you. You guys enjoying the show? Really, Colette, that's a trip. Smoothie King. Man, I haven't even seen a Smoothie King. I remember Orange Julius. They got a restaurant in Taipei that's called the Poo Poo Restaurant. They serve dinner on toilet bowls and in little miniature toilet bowls, and the ice cream looks like poop. It's called the Toilet Bowl Restaurant. You can pull it up on YouTube. Potty humor restaurant in Asia. No, it's gonna miss us. It's circle. Oh, I saw that fork come down. Did y'all see that? That stuff is fun, but it's dangerous as all get out. No, maybe it's gonna miss us. Oh, I feel some cool air coming, so it's raining somewhere. That cool air's awesome. That's cool. Isn't that cool, Colette? It's not near. It's more than a mile away. Now, if I see flash crack, yeah, it's time to get in. Look, I don't play big man when it's close. I remember as a kid, I was up in Idaho and I was sleeping, well, not sleeping, but I was in the camper looking out the window and they had heat lightning up there near Boise. And the lightning would not quit. I could see the forks and it's just constant, 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 nonstop. Yeah, Colette, it's different. I wouldn't feel the need to go to it. I probably couldn't eat the food anyway. Looks like crap. Ah. I'm sorry, you guys are gonna laugh. It feels good to stand out here in sexy clothes and feel that warm breeze hit my skin and watch the lightning. It's very, very, very cool. What do you mean all of Augusta is red? Oh, that's awesome. Really, Colette, not even in New Zealand. I would figure you'd get a lot of lightning storms over there. Of course, you're surrounded by the ocean, which is a pretty big body of water. It must temper that down somewhat. Well, Colette, I'm glad you get to see it. That's awesome. Oh, got you, Wordna. Thank you. Oh, it is. Oh, good. Maybe we'll get it after all. Look at that. Oh, that breeze. That feels so awesome. Hi, Blue Green. What's the clown face? You need to be kicked out? Clown's not allowed on my channel. We're watching a lightning show. You can either join or you can check out. Lightning show in Georgia. Hey, Jennifer. Oh, there we go. Ooh, now it's to the south too. Ouch, get off of me, bug. Dang mosquitoes and chiggers and everything else climbing up my legs. Hate these things. Yes, Planet G, absolutely. Clowns to the left of me, jokers to the right. Here I am, stuck in the middle with you. Okay, she's moving in. Somebody just beat the bass drum up there. Come on, God, show this neighborhood who's got the loudest bass. Show them who's got the best bass system in the universe. All these little ghetto boys and their crappy music. Hey, Mary, isn't this fun? I'm gonna have to move in a minute because it is getting closer. The wind's picking up. Ooh, I love the light show. This is awesome. Let's see what it's doing south. Planet G, it's fun. Jennifer, where are you at? What state are you in? Okay, yeah, she's getting closer with the noise. In a minute, I'm going to have to abort and get out of here. We'll have to watch it from the window. Oh, that cool breeze is delightful. All right, I can sense it now. It's coming. This time it's coming. Thanks for looking that up, Wardna. I thought it was going to move right around us. I really want the rain to cool it down. The rain is a blessing and a curse. In the morning, the sun will come out and it'll be so humid because it's wet. Oh, that feels so good on my skin. That cool air. So we're in the red. All right. Man, I've seen videos where those cranes that they erect to build skyscrapers have fallen down. That is scary stuff. They just suddenly fall. It's a rainy night in Georgia. And the big bad wolf said, I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house down. But the last little piggy said, go ahead. My house is made of brick. You can blow all you want. Ah, that's funny, gee. 300 feet up, wow. I could run naked through the yard right now. Nobody would see me. I've never done that, though. Ooh, now we're getting a show to the south. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but you can actually hear the interstate, the distant interstate noises, the trucks and the traffic. It carries over here for some reason. I still want to know what makes thunder, what makes it make noise. You know, you hear it's hot and cold air, but how does it make a noise? That's what blows me away. Oh, wow, did that drop the temperature? That feels awesome. Yes. This woke me up, see? I said, let me walk around or I'm going to go to sleep. I'm glad I came out, you guys. This is fun. Cinnamon, how are you? Jennifer, the lightning is fun tonight. You can hear the crickets. Wow, the yard has actually cooled down. The air temperature has dropped. This is amazing. It's got to drop 20 degrees just in the air right now. I'm feeling a chill. This is beautiful. I love the power of a storm. Where are you at again? I don't like the sound of traffic, but I do like the crickets. All right, now it's starting to rain. Really, Planet, you don't have crickets in Ireland. Can you hear the thunder? You better run, you better take cover. I met a strange lady, she made me nervous. She took me in and gave me breakfast. That's awesome. The heavens declare your glory. The Bible says that God directs the paths of lightning. Remember that. God directs the paths of lightning. I mean, even me. I always take it serious. I'm like, I do not want to get zapped. Oh, this air just feels so good. Yeah, caveman, it's pretty wild out here. I'm loving this. It's pretty much been non-stop here. God got my attention in the 80s with one of the worst thunderstorms hit Prescott, Arizona. I wasn't saved, and let me tell you, I was in a fetal position in my bedroom all night. 17 inches of rain, or 13 inches of rain. I forgot what it was. It was a powerful, worst storm in 100 years. The lightning scared the stuff out of me. It was striking in the yard. It kept hitting the shortwave radio antenna in our yard. It was flash, boom, flash, boom, flash, boom for hours. And it was nonstop. And I'm in my room in a lawnmower shed with no glass over a window opening, just screen. Fortunately, the wind didn't blow from that direction and get water in my room. But I was terrified. I kid you not. I thought God was going to nail my butt. Man, I got to get in. It's starting to rain. And it's getting closer. See what's going on. Let's go out front. So why does it feel good to be less clothing on in the warm wind at night? There's something very erotic about it. I know that sounds weird, but as I've gotten older, I really enjoy that. Something about being out there with little or nothing on is exciting. And the breeze dancing across your skin is nice. I think the cookout over there is over. Everybody bailed and went in the house. You're just a nudist. What is meat compass pointing north? Wordna? Blueprint, that's interesting. I can't get you out of my head. Ooh, come on, wind. Tempt me, tease me, go on, leave me breathless. You guys, I'm having fun. I was going to go to sleep. I'm glad I didn't. We all would have missed the show. This would have woke me up, though. I'd been like, dang, because it's going to get loud in a minute. This thing's a slow-moving storm. Oh, we're not. I get it. You're being gross. Meat pointing north. You're so bad. Planet G, yes. Good night, Paul Green. You have a good one. Thanks for coming in. Hi, Irish. How are you? If it gets too nasty, you might see the street light go out. The power goes out around here at the drop of a dang hat. Ever since Helene, the power grid over here is very fragile. We get a wind, a good wind, we get lightning, and off she goes. Yeah, Paul, have a good one. You're not leaving me, are you, Planet? Don't you leave me, Planet G. The show's just beginning. If it does what Wordness says, you might get to see it really blast us. You would not believe how cool the air is. I kid you not. It's dropped at 20. It's not close to what it was. Oh, I'm actually chilly. Dang, I love this. God's air conditioning system is the best. How much energy, how much utility bills I pay, and he just did this in minutes. It's amazing. Hey, Tracy, stand by. We got a lightning show going on, and it's going to get nasty out here. Yes, Mary. There we go, folks. The opening curtain is just opened. I shouldn't say this. Could you imagine if all of a sudden trees started flying over and I had to go in the house and the worst thunderstorm in the history of Augusta? And I'm like, great, another disaster. Please no, I don't want that. Cinnamon, isn't this fun? The wind is doing what I call eddies. It was blowing from the back. Now it's circling around and coming in under the porch. The wind is doing weird things, which tells me when it's doing that, you know it's going to get us. when it starts blowing and shifting from all directions and swirling around. See if the street light zings off of my necklace. No, my necklace isn't even lighting up. Oh, that breeze is just delicious. I'm telling you, when it's this hot, 9:36 p.m., Colette. Tracy, this is going to be a good one if it hits us. Wordna said it's solid red over Augusta. He's watching the weather app. I thought I was going to miss us because it was to the east and the south, but it's powering up. I think it's bizarre everywhere. March, my backyard was brown. That's not normal. March, we're getting rains. The rains didn't come until June. I think everything's off, and it's an El Nino year, too. Looking from this window, thousand rivers running past my door. Standing on an island, looking for someone on the shore. I can see it really clearly, nothing's really changed. Then thunder booms and lightning fills the sky. Ooh, the rain is falling. I said, ooh, the rain is falling. Will it wash away those lonely tears? Yep. Everybody's scurrying in the house now. People know, they can sense, time to get off the roads. Oh, guys, I kid you not. If only we could send this to Tans and all of you that are roasting and Planet G. G, you would love this. You'd be dancing outside right now. It's so cool. Wordna, what's it showing the temperature for Augusta? Did it drop it down to the 70s or not? I'm catching a slight chill. It's moved it significantly. Well, thank you, Mary. I love that song by ELO. Down on Main Street. Oh, it's cold. I love it. It's 82. Wow, it feels like it's colder than that, but I'll take it. It was 93 just when I came out here. It was ridiculous hot. Down on the corner where the sun had shone, people gathered round, then scattered as the raindrops hit the ground. I say, ooh, The rain is falling. Were we going to get a gully washer or are we going to get a teaser storm? With this cool air, it's going to have to blast more than this. That cooled it down too much to be just a wiener storm. Listen to me. Yeah, they are. Tracy, are you in North Carolina? Look at the hearts. Those are so cute, you guys. Pond would be out here naked in this weather. Watch. She'd have all her clothes off in this snow. Wow, Tracy. Okay. Wow, that wind is getting colder. It's going to be pouring. I bet it's got to. With this cold of wind, it's going to be dropping here in a minute. Michael stood on the bridge and looked at the barometer. Smithers, the barometer's falling. Close the hatches. Aye, aye, Captain. It's going to be a bad one tonight. Tell the passengers to stay in their cabins. I want no movement in the hallways. Everybody out of the public areas. Prepare for a storm. Oh, really? Okay. Yeah, Cinnamon, I've been hearing it. Mob Rules, one of my moderators, sent me a picture where he's out in Ohio in the skies. He said it looks apocalyptic. The sky is a different color. He said it smells like burnt plastic. One thing I like about Georgia, we do get plenty of rain. That's a blessing. I just don't want 9 inches of it all at once. Hey, Just Jamie, how are you? Sugar pie, honey bunch. Da 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 da. I can't help myself. Oh, it feels so good. I didn't know it was going to do this tonight. It was impressively hot today. I'm telling you, the warehouse felt like a pizza oven. And it was worse yesterday and today. It was weird. I was going to say, why is the warehouse hotter? I walked into different parts and it felt like a blast furnace. This is awesome. We don't have exhaust fans in the warehouse, and one of the guys said they told us they were going to try to get one and they never did. I said they need to. They've got to move this air out of here. The good thing is I can handle it. I don't like it. Hey, I wanted to ask y'all, Colette had told me one of my shorts, the music was AI, and I didn't realize it was, and then I looked and I saw it was. And all these people are doing shorts with AI, with squirrels crawling on them and everything, and I don't like it. I like real, like this. This is not AI. And I made a vow that my channel will never succumb to that. This is the raw deal, a real storm. No effects need to be added. Truth is stranger than fiction. I don't need AI. We got our own stories right here. Yes, just absolutely. Hey, Mary. You're not on the houseboat now, are you? Oh, got you, Colette. That's why I didn't realize that. That makes sense. Ooh, that's close. That was a good one. Dang, I had the phone faced the wrong way too. It's not as close as I thought. Top that, peeps. You go ahead and play your rap music. You can never get it that loud. You think so, Horst? I got a better idea. How about if God just strikes him with a bolt of lightning if he's not going to get saved? I think that'd be a better thing. I'm going to let God handle Andrew because he'll do a better job of it. Oh, I know, Colette. I'm saying I'm thankful that God has made me. I always joke, that truck I had last summer, I'm built like that truck. I can survive the sub-zero. I can survive the heat. I don't like it, but I can deal with it. Yeah, people in France, 1,000 people dying in France because of the heat. That's crazy. Yeah, I think Horst is a troll. Why would he come in here and say that? Probably one of Andrew's soccer accounts. Andrew, pardon my French, but you're a pussy. And you know it. You've been doing this shit for 11 years. And you know why you're doing it. You're a fool. You're an absolute dumbass. And I do know this, God wins in the end. That's not true, Tracy. That is absolutely not true. I know some people who have had some very dire circumstances and they prayed that God would intervene, and he did. What's that noise? Why am I hearing a chime? I don't think I should pray for people's demise, but I have asked God to deal with Andrew. The saints in Revelation chapter 7 cry out and say, "How long, O Lord, before you avenge the blood? Avenge our blood." The people that get killed in the tribulation are begging for God to deal with those people that did that. Summer, where are you at again? Why do I keep forgetting where you're at? Yeah, Horst come in here saying I should go to Hong Kong. Andrew and I to settle our differences. Andrew's a clown because you act up in another country. He's not going to have the same rights over there as he does here. You can't do that stuff over there. Is it sunny right now? Of course, it's only 6:51 out there. I guess so. Hey, Bones. Bones, I've been entertaining my audience with some lovely lightning show for a while here. It was 96 today, and it really cooled down nice. No, Colette. Summer, me too. I'm glad it came. It wasn't even scheduled tonight. I'm glad that God interrupted that. Hey, Mark, how are you? You know, I always wonder why cars don't get hit with lightning. All metal, wet. And even though they're on rubber tires, the tires in the street are wet. Oh, that air feels so good. Thank you, Summer. Yeah, I don't understand why a troll's got to be so hateful and mean and keep at it. I'm not into violence. And for people to threaten and stuff like that, they really have issues. To shoot Charlie Kirk because he preached the truth, that's one disturbed soul. Well, Bones, I hope you get it, because it's been hot enough. The warehouse felt like a pizza oven today. Yesterday, today, it was hotter than I felt in a while. It was awful. Even my fan wasn't. It was just blowing blast hot air. Wow, this feels so good. That's why there's so much thunder and lightning. This coolness hitting all that heat is definitely causing a disturbance. That's pretty awesome. I'm just awed by the power of a storm. Hey, Tammy, how are you? Welcome from down under. That's wild when it lights it up like daylight. What is a Faraday cage? Oh, the water's actually cold to the touch. Wow. It's wild. Really, Tracy? I did not know that. Hello, Fabio. It's actually a gentle rain. This is actually the good kind of rain, not the flash flood stuff. I thought we were going to get blasted, but it's. Wow, and I go walk away and it blasts it again. Man, that is awesome. I like it when you hear it in one direction and then it travels like speakers all around and surround. That is so cool. Yes, Mark. Rainy night in Georgia, PBJ, and it feels wonderful. It's hotter than Hades today. All right, folks, I'm going to go in. My feet are all wet. I have cooled off considerably. Oh, that felt good. Free AC, man. That AC don't even cost a dime. Man just cannot do it the way God can. We think we're so special in what we make. Yeah, it's cooled down in the house too. That's good. Well, that was fun, folks. That was fun. Let's see if I can fumble around in the dark here. Can I do it? Can I find my way? Can we do it? Can we fix it? Bob the Builder. Yes, we can. Wow, let's see if we can find the plug outlet with the light. Wow, this is stupid. Can't see it. That's crazy. What is going to happen if I lose my eyesight? Wow, I can't get in the hole. Wow, I need the light. I cannot see, even with the phone light. That's so stupid. Now, what is the problem with this? I was hitting it dead on. Nope, don't go in that way. Stupid plug. Retarded. Sheesh. There. Welcome to the red light district on a rainy night. Tracy, have a good one. Mark, I'm not reading anything. I was trying to find the plug outlet. Thanks for joining me for the lightning show, folks. Now I'm going to go to bed. Watch. I'll sign off and it'll come down like buckets. Never fails. I love this thing. It's almost like it's lit up. It reflects whatever's going on. Mary Reed, you better stop saying that. You need to come and see me. You guys have a good evening. Planet G, I'm glad you got home safe. I'm sorry you missed your train, but I'm glad you. Ooh, getting a little tense again. Steven, I didn't see you sneak in. That's right, Colette. Amen. All right, folks. Everybody have a good one. It's time for me to sign off. All right. Till next time, be safe. Good night. God bless.